Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to day 19 of Real Estate Content. My name is John Olisa, and I'm the CEO of Red Diamond Properties Limited. In the last 18 days, I've shared with you different aspects of real estate in Nigeria, and I'm going to be continuing today sharing with you more aspects of Nigerian real estate. Yesterday, I started sharing with you real estate scams in Nigeria, and I discussed about 6 of those real estate scams. I talked about multiple sale of land. I talked about land under government acquisition. I talked about multiple rent collection scam. I talked about title forgery. I also talked about fraudulent shortlet agent, as well as the last one, which is non-credible property developers. And for those of you who could not join it on my YouTube page, you can go to watch it, like, comment, and share. And it's still also here on my Facebook page. So that's what happened yesterday. Today, I want to now talk on scams, but how you can avoid them by doing a search. Now, a search just has to do with carrying out the necessary steps to get necessary information about a land. So a search has to do with carrying out steps that are necessary to get about information about the rightful owner of the land, or general information about the land that will guide you in making a purchase decision. And there are so many places you can conduct a legal searching, but I'm going to just be sharing a few of them. Now, the first and most important place you should conduct a search in is in the land registry. In Lagos State, the land registry is at Alausa. In Abuja, the FCT, the land registry is in the heart of town, it's in the Gariki area. It's called AGIS, Abuja Geographical Information System. So the land registry is the primary place where you conduct search on the land, and it gives you major information about the land. It's very important to do that search in the land registry. And what are some of the things the land registry will tell you? The land registry will tell you about the owners of the land. It will reveal to you the details of the owner of the land. The land registry is search, and you need to know that many of these times it's best to engage a lawyer to carry out that search for you, because the lawyer, beyond what we put there in the registry, will now be able to interpret it for you and tell you the legal implications of it. So another thing you need to know that we found in the land registry is the type of title. Is there a certificate of occupancy? Is there a right of occupancy? And the like. That is what a search at the land registry will show. Another thing this search at the land registry will show is what we call encumbrances. Encumbrances are like legal hitches on a land. Maybe there's an outstanding mortgage that is yet to be paid. The search at the land registry will show that. So it will show that there are any legal encumbrances on the land. It will show you the title also of the land. Is it, I've said that C of O, R of O is the deed of assignment or the like. The land registry will show you that. The land registry will also show you, this major things. Let me just stop there on the land registry. It will also lastly show you government acquisition, whether there's government acquisition. Yesterday I shared with you the story of the lady who bought a land, 2 plots of land at 60 million without doing her search. It was after she bought the land, she now got to know that the land was under government acquisition. And government acquisition means a land that government has rightfully given to people, whether through a C of O, R of O. They now want to get it back on the ground of overriding public interest, and they would have compensated, or in the course of compensating the people who own the land. So they've already done that. But this woman, she was not aware of that. She didn't do her search. She went and bought the land already under government acquisition, and she lost out. So if she had done a search at the land registry, it would have saved her that. So the first place you want to do a search on any land is in the land registry. It's in the land registry. The next place I want to talk about is what I call the probate registry. The probate registry is a part of the court, High Court of the state, and it is where wills, document that simply states how a person wants their property to be distributed upon their demise. So it's in the probate registry where documents like wills are put. So it's in the probate registry where if the property you want to buy is from a deceased person, the information about it, the will be stated in the document, in the will that are to be in the probate registry. It's true you're searching the probate registry, checking the will that you will know whether executors have been appointed to execute the will. Now, if the person dies without what we call a will, under law we say the person died intestate. And it's still in the process, is still also in the probate registry where you know that whether letters of administration have been issued to administrators to administer the property of the deceased person. In one of my Facebook Live, that was last week, I talked about letter of administration being entitled, and I also stated the hierarchy of people who can be appointed as administrators. So going to the probate registry would also help you know whether probate has been granted, if there is a will, and where there is no will, if letters of administration have been granted. So the second place you can do a search is in the probate registry. And the third one I would like to talk about is the Corporate Affairs Commission. Now in Nigeria, there are for-profit organizations and not-for-profit organizations. Under companies, and some of these for-profit organizations include companies. And these companies could be companies limited by shares, where we have public companies limited by shares, private companies limited by shares. There could be companies limited by guarantee, and there could be unlimited companies, right? We also have incorporated trusts. These are non-for-profit organizations. Then we have the limited partnerships, the business names. We also have the general partnerships. Many of these business organizations are for profit, and they have the power to hold property, they have the power to dispense property. So the importance of doing a search at the Corporate Affairs Commission will be necessitated when you are buying essentially from a company. You want to go to the Corporate Affairs Commission and your lawyer checking through the memorandum and articles of association of the company, checking through the memorandum and articles of association. These are the documents basically that state how the affairs of the company should be run. For articles of association, it states how the affairs of the company should be run internally, how the internal affairs of the company is done. While for a memorandum of association, it states how the company relates to the general public. So a search by the lawyer will be able to determine whether the company has the power to deal with property, to sell property. Because generally, if a company does what is not in line with either its memorandum of association or articles of association, the law says that its act is ultra vires. It goes against the law. So you want to know whether the company has the power to be able to sell property that it wants to sell to you. That if you are buying from a company. So a search at the Corporate Affairs Commission will answer this. So that's the third place you can conduct a search, especially if you are buying from a company. And the fourth place you can conduct a search is in the court registry. Many times some matters, some lands are under dispute litigation. That's why you see sometimes you will go and see in the land, you say this land is not for sale, be well 419. Your lawyer will help you to go and check the court registry whether there is a litigation on the land. Because if there is a litigation on the land, if there is a dispute on the land, there is usually something called the law lis pendens. It's a Latin word, and it means that basically there is a court matter on this land. Parties should just leave the land in the way it is, pending the outcome of the case, pending the judgment of the case. So a search at the court registry will make you know if there is any litigation, any ongoing matter on the land. Because if you buy a land and there's still dispute over it, and the person you bought from loses the matter and you have already paid, you would have lost your funds. So a court registry would let you know whether there are any litigations on the land. And the last but not the least place we should conduct research is by physically inspecting the search. Sorry, physically inspecting the site, whether it's of a land or of a built property. It's so important. I've stated this on this ago, the importance of inspection. And yes, sorry, we call this coming in. Okay. So as I was saying, a physical inspection is very important, because a physical inspection will show to you what a court search will not show to you. A physical inspection will show to you what a search at the land registry will not show to you. In the physical inspection, you cannot be able to confirm some of the things you've seen at the search. Maybe you've done a search and they've shown you the beacons and all that. You will not be able to confirm whether what you saw in the land search at the land registry is truly what it is. A physical inspection will be able to show you adjoining property, will be able to show you whether there is erosion, will be able to determine the security of the area. Because it's very important. There's a case in which a man bought a property, and his argument was that yes, he rightfully bought the property, and the person who sold to him told him that the property does not have tenants, it's free of any tenants. Only for him to buy property, and after paying, now go to the site, to the property, blocks of land, and realize there were people living in the property. When the matter went to court, the court was of the opinion, and the court held that if the man who bought the property had gone there, he would have seen firsthand that what the person who was selling to him was saying was not true. So the court held that because he failed to do an inspection, he was liable for his loss. So it's very important that you go to do a physical inspection. It's very important. This thing I said to you, this story I said to you, actually happened in the case of, sorry, just a minute. In a certain case, sorry, I didn't just state the name of the case, but it's in one of my books that I'm about to release. So a physical inspection is very important. A physical inspection is very important. It will show to you so many things that a search at the court registry or other places will not show you. It will show you whether there are encroachments on your land. Because at the land registry, you may see that the land is free of encumbrance. You may see that the title is right, is a C of O, is a deed of assignment. But you get to the land, you will not know if there are encroachments. So it's very important that you do your searches here. You do it at the land registry, which is the most important place. Then if need be, you can do at the probate registry, you can do at the court registry, you can also do at the corporate affairs commission if you are buying from a company. And the last but not the least is to do a physical inspection of the land. My name is John Olisa, and I'm the CEO of Red Diamond Properties Limited. We're a property development company, and recently we launched our estate in Kuchiako Extension, Kuje. And with 1.5 million, you can get a 200 square meter land where you can build a 3-bedroom terrace duplex. With 2.2 million, you can buy a 300 square meter land where you can build a 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex. With 400 square meters going for 3 million, you can build a 5-bedroom fully detached duplex. While with 1,000 square meter land going for 7 million, you can build a block of flat consisting of 2 units each of 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 3 bedroom. And you can contact me on +234 813 799 0792. I go again, +234 813 799 0792. I can also send an email to our company at reddiamondproperties10@gmail.com. reddiamondproperties10@gmail.com. So thank you so very much for joining me today in day 19 of real estate content in Nigeria. Tomorrow, in God's grace, I'm going to continue with day 20. If you can't get the video here live on Facebook, you can go to my YouTube channel, John Olisa, to watch it. Remember, one of the most important rules of investment is this: Before you invest money in any investment, invest money in acquiring knowledge about the investment. The more you know about a business or whatever you want to do, the higher the likelihood of your success and the lower the likelihood of your failing. So I'm giving you free content that will put you on the path for success in real estate. Get it, analyze it, and work with it if it's of value to you. Thank you so very much for joining me to this live. Have a good evening. Bye.